Hello everyone, and welcome to our demo video. Our group decided to develop a running app. We chose this app because running is one of the most common ways to exercise. We wanted to develop an app that would allow users to be able to track their runs with a click of a button. This app will be able to track a user's running progress automatically and be able to track metrics such as distance, time, and route of each run.
The app is embedded with the daily reminding function to send the user a local reminder at the specific time every day. By local reminder, I mean we're using the type of reminding function that doesn't require us to go back and forth from the server to the user's end, so we're able to have the feature working locally on the user's end even without the internet. The default time is 3 p.m. every day, but the time could always be adjusted by initializing the reminder manager with the wanted hour and minutes within the program in the login view. The reminder manager is basically just a trigger of the notification center that's built in the iOS system. When the user enters the login view for the first time, the reminder manager would send a request to the notification center so that the notification center would ask the user if the notification of this app is allowed, like this. If the user chooses to turn on the notification for this app, the notification center will send a local message or a notification with a given title and content to the user. This behavior will be triggered repeatedly every day at the same given time. Some future direction on this part could be push notifications, which enable us, the developers, to send the notifications from the server to the user's end so that we can make the user to be updated on, for example, newest events or something the app is currently holding.
The first page you will see is the welcome page. This is where users will log into their account or register for an account if they are a first-time user. To register for an account, we will click on the Register button. This button will direct you to the registration page, which asks you to fill out your information. This information includes email, username, height, weight, full name, and password. Once we fill out all the information and click the Register button, the user's account is saved on Firebase along with any future runs that may be recorded. After registering, we will be directed back to the welcome page where we will insert our email and password and click Login. Once we log in, we will be directed to the Runs tab, which is where users will be able to record their runs. At this point, a notification will pop up on the screen asking for your permission. The user must give location access permission before any runs can be recorded.
In this view, as you can see, we have implemented a very simple and straightforward user interface composed of a map view and a dual start-stop button. Here, a user is able to start a run-in session, and the user will be able to see real-time metrics for distance, speed, and the mapped out route that the user has traveled. Although to the user, this is a simple interface, the backend of this view run by Apple native CL location library and MapKit. Using CL location library, we have a location manager which handles all of the retrieval of coordinates, distance calculations, and also the average speed that the user runs in real time. This information is immersed into our map view, which handles the map overlay using coordinates from the location manager and displays this back to the user.
Our service doesn't just stop with tracking running details. We are also hoping to provide some descriptive statistic for the user with the data that are being recorded during their runs. In order to do that, we decided to store data that we capture from the runs to a database, and we went with Firebase real-time database. Let's take a look at our database. We have a subtree called runs, and each child within that branch is a running section that were recorded by a user. And the details we are storing include coordinates of location that would form a route, the date, the distance, an auto-generated ID, the duration in seconds, and the user ID. Each entry is formed into a dictionary, with the key being the ID and value being the details. From our original data structure that we use throughout our app before passing to the database. All of this data will be used in the statistic view of our app, and also when we are fetching the data from the database behind the scene. Run data is not the only thing that we keep track of in the database. As you can see, there is another subtree called users. As the name suggested, each entry in the branch stores the information of each user. This helps us keep the persistence when users are logged in, and also generate the profile view of our app. This information includes email, full name, height, weight, username, and user ID.
The calendar stat view implements a date picker where you can select a date to see the run summary for that day. As a default, all the user's runs will be shown in a list before any dates are selected. Once a user selects a date, only the runs recorded on that day will pop up on the screen. The user can go back months or even years to click any date where they have recorded a run using the date picker features. The user can also click on the summary to see the individual route and statistics for that run.
This is everything we have implemented so far for our app, and for future directions we hope to utilize the sorting and grouping features in the background that we implemented. The sorting feature sorts the runs by date and is implemented with the quicksort algorithm so that it should be very efficient, and the grouping feature can group the runs by week or month or year and sort it at the same time. So we're thinking about utilizing them in a way of showing the run list in groups and in a sorted order as what we could further improve about this app.
We have met all of our goals for this app and are very proud with the progress we have made. We hope you enjoyed our presentation.